Good morning. Happy Friday. Well, for some of it's morning. For some of us, it's already after lunchtime. I'm going to give a few minutes for people to pop on. Today, we're going to be talking about new makeup, mostly from Sephora. I did get some, a couple of new products from the drugstore also, but these are all new launches and releases. So we'll be getting ready, kind of talking about, and there are quite a few products here that I actually enjoyed, and then there are quite a few that for me were a fail. So I'm excited to kind of share those with you too. Give a few minutes for people to pop on. I hope everyone's having a good Friday. Kind of adjusting my camera. Hey, Adrian, thank you for being here. I think I just said my intro when like 0 people were here. So today we're going to be talking about brand new makeup. I have a lot of new makeup from Sephora. I posted on my community post maybe a week or so ago asking you guys what products you wanted me to pick up and review and share. And I think I got most of what you guys requested. And then I also have a few other products that I added to the list. So we'll be getting ready. I actually did film a video with all these products, so that video will come up. We'll go live next week on my YouTube channel, but I thought it'd be fun just to get ready and do a live as well. So I'm gonna give a couple more minutes. Adrian, how are you doing? How was your week? I can't believe it's Friday. It doesn't feel like Friday to me. It feels, I don't know, this week felt like it went by really quick. Thank you, Diane. This is from Lululemon. It's an old sweatshirt. I think I've had it maybe a year or two. Hi, Leather and Lace. Hi, is it Annie? Anya? Good morning, you guys. Thank you for being here. It's been a while since I've done a live. I was a little nervous people weren't gonna be here. So thank you for showing up. I want to start doing these lives. I want to get back to doing them weekly. If you'll remember early last year, I was on there's a good stretch of a few months where I was doing them every single week. And then summer hit and I got off track, and then I'm ready to pick them back up. So I'm hoping that, hey, Tracy from South Alabama on the Gulf Coast. Oh, so nice. Well, thank you for being here. I'm glad it's your first live. I'm glad you're here. My goal is to do these pretty much every Friday. There will be some exceptions. Like actually next week, my live will be on Thursday because one, I'm going to be out of town Friday, but also Thursday, we are launching Nikki singles at BK Beauties on the website. So you can buy Nikki Volume 2 singles. So I thought it'd be fun to do a live and kind of talk you through them, answer questions you might have about them, kind of help you guys shop. So next week will be Thursday, but then for the most part, they'll be weekly on Fridays, this time, 11 a.m. Central. And then another goal of mine this year is to get on a regular schedule with my YouTube video uploads, because that has been really unpredictable the last 2 years. And I think that's kind of been hurting my channel. So my goal is to upload videos on Tuesdays and Saturdays every week. So Tuesdays and Saturdays will be my YouTube videos, and then Fridays will be my lives. I thought Fridays were a fun day for lives because it's kind of the end of the week. We can chat about the week and just kind of get ready and hang out for the weekend. So okay, I'm seeing a bunch of people pop on. Thank you guys for being here. Hello from Germany, first live. Oh, I'm glad you're here, Jen, from Ormond Beach, Florida. Hey, well, welcome you guys. Well, let's go ahead and get started. I am kind of winging it solo today. Sometimes I'll have Maria here to help me read comments, but I will try and kind of keep up with comments. So keep them coming if you guys have questions. And also I encourage you when I'm using a product, if you have experience with that product, I encourage you to share your experience in the comments, even if you completely disagree with me. Like, give everyone here your opinion and your perspective, because I think that, you know, makeup is so personal. What works for me may not work for you, and I think it's nice to hear different opinions on products. So feel free to pop in here and chat amongst yourselves. Okay. All right. Hi, Sandra. Okay, let's go ahead and get started, you guys. I actually have 2 foundations, and let me know what you guys want me to try. So the first foundation that I have is the new reformulated Armani Luminous Silk. I've talked about this already a little bit, but if you guys want me to use this one, let me know. The other option that I picked up, and it's actually a drugstore option, is the Maybelline Plump and Glow foundation. Their new foundation. I have not tried this. So if I try this today, it'll be the first time. So you guys will be kind of seeing my first impression. I have worn this a few times, so I do already have opinions on this. So let me know. I'm gonna give you guys a few seconds to kind of let me know what you wanna see. Maybelline. Okay, so 2 votes for Maybelline, Armani, Maybelline. The Maybelline. Okay, I was thinking that might be it because it's more affordable. A couple of Armani. Now, I do want to mention those of you guys who are voting for Armani, I do have this one. This will be in the video that I filmed. So the video that'll go up next Saturday. It'll either go up Tuesday or Saturday. It'll be next week. I'm talking about this one. Maybelline. Okay, it's kind of, I see several votes for both, but I think Maybelline is in the lead. So let's give this a try. So this is the Plump and Glow. I picked up 2 shades because I wasn't sure what my shade would be. What shades did I get? I got the shade 120 and I got the shade 210. So let me actually pump these on my hand and show you guys what they look like, and then we'll determine which one's the best one. Okay, so this is 210. Let's get this out. It's brand new, so I have to pump it like, there we go. Okay, I can tell this one's gonna be too dark. This is 210, definitely too dark. And then let's try 120. I think 120 is my shade. It feels nice. I could just tell by swatching that it feels really hydrating. Okay, if anyone's tried this, let us know your thoughts. Okay, yeah, 120 is gonna be a better match. This is 120. Yeah, this is way too golden and too dark. So we're gonna go with 120. Ooh, it feels really nice just by touching it. It feels really like hydrating and creamy. All right, put this here. If you guys dropped a comment on my post last week asking or requesting for products for me to pick up, let me know. I know one of you requested I pick up the Glossier, what is this called? This is it's their blush, the Seamless Cheek Color. It's called Cloud Paint. One of you asked me to pick that up, and I picked that up, so I have some. I'm gonna make sure, if you did request a product, drop it here so that I can make sure to cover it. Okay, someone's saying they love my background. Thank you. So I'm filming in my new studio setup, which is at my house. It's a little like bare, you know, my old studio I had like lights behind me and floral arrangements, and it was really soft and pretty. The trouble I have with this space, and I'm gonna move so you guys can see it. I have a window right behind me, so I have a shade that's dropped down so that I don't get any light from outside coming in. But I have this window frame right here, which is kind of distracting because it's a darker color. So we have to keep I have to be tight enough in frame that you don't see that, at least I feel like, because I feel like that's really distracting. But I'm gonna be playing with my studio and changing things up, I think, over the next couple months before I land on like my final setup. Okay, I'm gonna go with the BK Beauty 101, and I do have a little bit of my Elastin Hydro Tint already on, and I'm just gonna work the product into the brush. I don't know how this is gonna apply. I don't know if it's full coverage. I don't know if it's light coverage. So I just wanna make sure that I'm not going in and applying too much right off the bat. That way I can adjust and apply more if needed. Okay, it's kind of light. Okay, it's very dewy and very glowy. And I feel like the coverage is pretty light so far, just first impressions. Has anyone tried this? And what do you think about it? Okay, this color is still the undertone's a little off, but it'll work, I think. Okay, the coverage on this is really light and natural. Like I just used a whole pump and I feel like I need to go back in and grab another pump. It's really beautiful, very luminous. It's pretty. It seems to be blending in really easily. But yeah, it's very light coverage. Okay, let's get the rest of this and then we'll go and maybe do another half a pump in certain areas. Okay. I am using the 101 foundation brush, the BK Beauty 101. And by the way, you guys, I'm gonna tag all these products in YouTube Shopping so you can see them as I'm, during this live, you can see them tagged below. You can shop them, and then I'll also list them in the description box also. So if you wanna shop anything, and I'll include the shade names that I'm using there as well. Ooh, that's pretty. Okay, that is really beautiful. It is very, very glowy though. Let me add one more pump just for a little more coverage. Yeah, this is 120. Okay, let me see. Oh, Celine, yes, we have seen that. It is very frustrating. I'm actually glad you brought that up because we'll kind of chat about that for a second. The question was, have I seen our brushes sold on Temu? And yes, and they're obviously not authentic BK Beauty brushes. And so I want to encourage you guys when you're shopping, just to really check the seller, especially like on Amazon. We sell our products on Amazon. And whenever you're shopping on Amazon, make sure you look for the seller and it says BK Beauty, because unfortunately I think that's part of growth. When you kind of reach a certain point, you get a lot of copycats, you get a lot of people making dupes or fake products of your products and selling them. So I mean, we've had people that have thought they were buying BK Beauty brushes off a BK Beauty listing, and it wasn't at all. And they return it to us, and unfortunately we can't help them because we have no record of their order. And in some cases, they're not even actually getting like brushes that look like BK Beauty brushes. They're getting completely different brushes. So just be very careful with that. Okay, this is beautiful. This is so pretty. If you like a really glowy foundation, this is beautiful. I'm definitely going to set this with a lot of powder though, because for me, this is a little bit too much shine and glow. I do feel like it's just a little too shiny for me. My preference is more of a kind of radiant finish or a natural matte. But if you like a glowy foundation, this one is like beaming. I mean, it is so, so glowy. Okay. Okay, now concealers. Let me ask you this. I have 2 concealers I picked. I picked up the new Maybelline, which, let me find it. Oh, here it is. Okay, so I picked up the new Maybelline, and then I also picked up, this was one you guys requested on my post, the new Prada concealer. So let me know what you guys want to see. While you're weighing in and letting me know, I'm gonna kind of catch up on comments. Does the elastin affect your shade match? So Julia, it doesn't affect mine, but the elastin unfortunately only comes in one color. So it works great for me, but if you are darker or a lighter, it's obviously gonna look a little different on you. So it could potentially impact your foundation. Okay, so we have a vote for Prada, Prada, Prada. Okay, I thought it would be Prada. Let's do the Prada. This one, and I did use this in my video, so I kind of already have some thoughts on this formula. I got the shade LW3, so light warm 3. And this concealer, I do want to mention the applicator. It has like this little hole in it, I believe, that picks up the product. So it's kind of nice because when you pick up the product, it's not really messy. You don't get an excessive amount of product. This applicator really, really controls how much product you apply, which I think for concealer is really helpful because I think one of the mistakes that was so common to make, I make it all the time myself, is just over applying concealer, applying too much, because these applicators pick up so much. And this one really intentionally was developed to not do that, which is nice. However, in some cases, if you like to layer a lot of concealer, you might get frustrated that you have to keep dipping it in there to get more and more. This is a perfect match for me. It's light enough to brighten, but it also is like warm enough to color correct. The coverage on this is a good medium at most. I would not describe this as a full coverage concealer. I actually don't know how it's described on the website, if it says it's full coverage or medium, but to me, this is on the lighter side of coverage of the concealers that I have. So if you are someone that needs to cover a lot, you have, a lot of hollowness or a lot of darkness, you're probably not going to find you're going to get as much coverage as you need from this. But if you're someone that likes a lightweight, natural coverage, this one's great. It is really nice too. I'm going to use the N14 to blend this out. It's very lightweight, so it doesn't look heavy underneath the eyes. It doesn't settle in fine lines or creases as long as you set it with a little bit of powder. It doesn't look heavy throughout the day. It looks really, really beautiful and natural underneath the eyes. It has kind of a radiant finish with something that I noticed with it. So not super flat and matte, but not really like creamy and glowy and dewy either. It's right there in the middle. And I'm just gonna kind of tap it with the N14. It's thin, so it moves and spreads across the skin really easily. It's a really lovely concealer. It's Prada. I don't know the price on this, but I know it's kind of pricey. Would I recommend it? I would recommend it. I mean, if you're looking for a luxury concealer, I don't think you would be disappointed in this. I do think that there are so many wonderful concealers on the market though, and this one, while it's really good, it didn't like blow me away. It didn't blow me away. Like, I think of concealers that blew me away, and I think of the Sarah Creel concealer. I think of Maxine's Revenge concealer. That's one that I've been trying over the last few weeks, and that one is really, really lovely. This is a good, like, I would say this is a good 9 out of 10. If this had a tad bit more coverage, I would love it. But again, if we had more coverage, it would likely change the consistency too. So you kind of got to decide what your needs are and then choose your products based on that. Not pretty though, look at that, that's really nice. Okay, let me take a take a minute to read the comments. Oh, thanks, Trina. I'm excited to be doing lives again too. I think that this last year, and I feel like I've been saying this for the last couple years, but every year I tell myself like, and YouTube really is my favorite platform. It truly is my favorite. It's the platform that I feel the most comfortable. I feel like it's where I've built the deeper connection and the deeper connection with my community. I feel like the people that are here and watch my videos, I feel a closer connection than I do like on other platforms. And it allows me to kind of foster that community. And every year I tell myself, this is the year that I'm going to really focus on YouTube. And then every year life happens, and the business requires more of my attention, and I'm traveling more, and I'm doing things that are just kind of taking me away from those initial goals I set at the beginning of the year. But this year, that will not be the case. This year we are sticking to a Tuesday, Saturday upload and Friday lives. Of course things will pop up and I won't be able to make every single week, but my goal is to at least come on here and do a live 2 to 3 weeks a month. So I'm excited about it. I love sitting here and hanging out with you guys. I think it's a great opportunity for us to connect and me to, answer your comments in live time. And it's so fun. Okay. Ooh, okay. Sophie's asking, what do you think of the new Tarte blushes? I'm so glad you asked that, because I do have that here. We are going to be using that in a bit. And spoiler alert, I love them. I actually have quite a bit of blushes here to share with you. I have this one. I have the Glossier, which is a powder. And then I have this new like jelly from Makeup by Mario. I did not like this. I did not like it, and I'll talk about it later. But this was probably my favorite, the new Tarte one. I got the shade Toasted Coconut. Highly recommend this. Highly, highly recommend. If you get anything from this live and you're a blush and you love blush, you will love this. It's a great, great product. Okay, let's go ahead and set with a little powder. I'm going to use a powder that is kind of new. I got this a couple of months ago, but I still like it's still a pretty new product. It's the Christian Dior Nude Matte Filter powder. I was so excited when I saw these on Sephora's website because I'm a huge fan of their bronzer, their powder bronzer that looks just like this, but it's larger. So I was so excited when I saw this. I was like, this is going to be, my new favorite powder. And I was a little disappointed, to be honest. Actually, I was a lot disappointed. It's okay, but there's nothing really special about this product. And when you're, buying Christian Dior makeup, you really have high expectations. But we're going to use it anyway because I have it here. I wanted this live to be, the good and the bad. I wanted to share products that I love and then products that I would probably recommend you save your money on. This would be one of those. It's fine. It's just not anything special. And it has a pretty strong fragrance. It actually kind of smells like perfume to me. I'm going to set underneath my eyes, set the center of the face. It does softly smooth the skin. I just think that there are so many other amazing products out there, powders that are a fraction of this cost. And I'm using the N15 to set everything. We're just going to kind of set, and I am setting more around the whole face. Usually I'll just do the center of the face, but this foundation is really, really glowy, and I want to cut down a little bit of that. So I think this foundation would be really great if you have really dry skin or if you're someone that loves a lot of glow. I think you will really love this. I think it's lovely, but it is a little too glowy for me. So when I wear this, I'm going to make sure I powder pretty well. Okay. Oh my, I thought I was the only one disappointed. Yes, I agree. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. So when I'm buying products like this, I really expect them to be great. Okay, let me see. Let me catch up on some more comments. I love you guys chatting with each other here. Okay, yeah, Friday you and Sunday Nikki. Yes, I know. I was like, I can't do Sunday morning. Well, and not only because Nikki goes live on Sunday, but weekends like are taken up with volleyball tournaments and kids activities. I was like, if I try to do something on the weekend, I will never be able to show up. I will always have to reschedule or cancel. So, okay, let's go ahead and move on to some bronzer. And this I'm excited to share with you guys. Who was excited when Dior launched these cream bronzer sticks? This was one of the products I think I saw requested the most on that post was the Dior bronzer stick. Did anyone pick this up? Drop a comment if you picked this up. I was so excited to get it. I actually haven't seen these in my stores yet. I had to order this online. And when I ordered this, I ordered the color 03 light medium. I think it's a tad too dark. So I went into store to try and buy the lighter one, but they still didn't have them in store. So from my understanding, I'm only able to get this online. Let me tell you kind of one thing that happens with this every time. Watch this. So this is the top. Oh, it actually came off that time. So many times I'll open this. Okay, now it's working. Every time I've tried to open this, the bottom comes off actually because it's a refillable. So every time I've tried to open this, the bottom always comes off first, but now it seems to be working well. This is the color 03 light medium. It works, but it's a little dark on me. This is what it looks like. So let's go in. We're gonna go in with the 109 to blend this out, and I'm gonna go directly to the brush. So I wanna know, what are your thoughts on this? If you've purchased this, what do you think? Do you love it? How would you rate it? Okay, bye Celine, have a good day, have a good Friday. Claudia's waiting for review before picking up. Yes, can't wait to hear your comment on this bronzer. Okay, so I like it. I don't love it. Again, I think it's all about expectations. I was so excited when I saw this, you know, on Sephora's website. I just had such high expectations. Like, I'm gonna love it. It's gonna be so great, and it's good, but it's nothing special. I feel like it's nothing special. There are so many other cream bronzer sticks that I think are better, like the Persona Cosmetics. That bronzer stick is so creamy, blends out so beautifully. Yeah, it's okay. I would give this like an 8 out of a 10 rating. And again, you know, it's a pretty price tag, so you kind of expect it to be a 10 out of 10. But let's go ahead and apply it so you guys can see. It's creamy, but I wouldn't say it's like that really buttery consistency that just blends out so easily. You have to work a little bit harder. And I think this color, it works, but it's just not a color that, I don't know, the color's a little off for me too. Maybe if I got the lighter shade, I'd love it more, but again, it's good, but I wouldn't like, this isn't gonna land in my monthly favorites video, you know? It's not like return worthy, but it's not something that I would like recommend to everyone to go get. It's fine, I guess, is the best way to describe it. It's fine, it's okay. Okay, let's go and do a little more. Go work into the hairline. I think the color is just a little too dark. And sometimes formulas, that's the biggest issue, is the color range isn't quite right. Like, there's not a great option for me, you know? Like, one might be too dark, but then the one below it might be too gray. You know, it's just, it's either the depth of the color or it's the undertone that could be off. Makeup by Mario is a good one, yes. What are y'all's favorite cream bronzer sticks? I think Makeup by Mario is great. I love the Persona Cosmetics bronzer sticks. I love the Rare Beauty. That one's very different. It's very creamy and buttery, but it also kind of dries down to like a powder finish. I like that one. That one's really nice. I love the new L'Oreal ones, the little like glotion ones. The colors are slightly off, but the formula is really nice. I am wearing, this is from Lululemon. I don't know if they still have it. I've had it for a couple of years, but we'll see. So I have Michelle here helping me. So when you see like Lisa J Makeup replied with a comment, that's Michelle. So if you guys have any questions for links or anything, she can help source those and she'll drop them here. Yeah, see, it's okay. I'm gonna go on the side and kind of shape the nose a little bit. Westman Atelier is really nice. Yeah, that one is really nice. I wear the shade Biscuit. To me, that's a little bit more of a contour because it's a little cooler tone. This Ciel Sculpt bronzers, that one's really nice too, yes. See, that's the thing. I feel like there's so many other great options for bronzers, and this one is just, it's fine, but it's not like, it doesn't come anywhere near my love for their powder. Their powder I just think is exceptional, and this is good. So, okay, let's take a look. Perfect. All right, so I have so many blushes here. What I'm gonna do is, I wanna address this one first because I know that you guys requested this. This was the Glossier Cloud Paint. This is a powder blush. And this, I got the shade Puff. When I swatched this in store at Sephora, I immediately was like, okay, this is different. This is unique. It has a very light, silky feel. And then when I got it on my hand and I applied it on my skin to swatch it, it was very sheer and very like cloud-like, which is in the name. And when I think of products that are marketed as cloud-like products, I think of products that are kind of sheer, they're very soft, they're kind of blurred, and that's how I would describe this blush. Do you see? This is actually after a couple layers of it on my hand. So let's go apply it on the skin. I'm gonna use the 112 for this. And we'll apply it on this side. I love this color. It's a really beautiful, like peachy pink, very warm. This is a blush. I like this blush a lot. Again, I think it's because it's so unique. There's not a lot of products like it on the market, but it's definitely fits a certain consumer. So if you're someone that loves a lot of blush, high impact pigment, you probably won't like this. If you're someone that likes more of a sheer, natural, kind of flush from within look to the cheeks, I would give this a try. If you're someone that just wants a product on those like no makeup days where you just want a tint on the cheeks, this will be great. Or you can actually layer this on top of like a cream blush. So do you see, just you see how light and sheer this goes on the skin? It's very natural. It's kind of foolproof. So I think this is great for beginners if you're just starting in makeup, or you know, just want a simple product that you can't really mess up. This would be great. You can layer it to get more color, but this is kind of like a good light layer. Let's go ahead and add a little bit more. So you can see you can build it to get a little more color. It's very pretty. It's blurring. It's very soft. I do like this product, and I would recommend this product. Yeah, it's very pretty, and it's just so easy. I also think if you have a teen girl or daughter who's just getting into makeup, this would be a product I would buy them, because it's very hard to over apply this product. You know, they're not going to come downstairs and you're going to be like, you can't wear that to school. Okay, so what's your absolute best highlighter for mature skin? Something very subtle. Oh, you know what I love? I love Victoria Beckham has a highlight stick. I don't have it here in front of me. I know it's somewhere here or inside my house. It is beautiful. It's a little skinny highlighter stick. It is fantastic. I also love the Say Beauty, the Super Glow like Dew liquid highlighter. Those are absolutely beautiful and very easy and subtle to work with. Different formula. This Victoria Beckham's a stick. The Say Beauty is more like a liquid that you pump out. But those are probably my favorite. If you want a powder, I would recommend the Hourglass strobe. I think they're called the strobe lighting powders. Those are so beautiful and so soft. Okay, I layer puff over the House Labs Pomelo. That's a perfect combo. They're very similar in shades, and the House Labs is more pigment. Okay, I like that. I need sheer. I'm too heavy-handed at times. Me too. Okay, what brush are you using for the blush? I'm using the 112. This is one of my favorite blush brushes. This and the N20. Let me show you the N20, which you guys, did you hear the exciting news? The N20, where did I put it? I'm gonna look for it. I have it around here somewhere. The N20 is now gonna be available on Thursday for individual purchase. So if you've been waiting to buy Nikki Volume 2 because you didn't want the whole set and you just wanted to, you know, a couple brushes, you can buy them individually on Thursday. I don't see the N20 here. But it's basically like this, but larger for the cheeks. I love this for blush too. So I would add that to my list if you're waiting for Thursday for the individuals. That one's a good one. Okay, let's go ahead and do the other side, and let's play with the Tarte blush. This is the Macaroon Blush and Glow Duo. So there's a cream on one side, and then there's a powder on the other, and there's a little piece of plastic here to separate the two. These are phenomenal, you guys. Both formulas are really, really nice. Yeah, let's go in with the cream first. I'm gonna use the same brush. I'm just gonna kind of dry clean it and get some of that powder off. I'm gonna go right into this, and we're just going to apply this right kind of on the apple of the cheek, but further back, and we're gonna blend up. Let's get a little more product. Yeah, there you go. So you can pick up quite a bit of product, but it's very easy to blend out, which I like. It's very easy to blend out. It's very creamy, very smooth. It gives a very dewy, glowy look to the skin, but it doesn't feel heavy and it doesn't feel sticky. It doesn't feel tacky, which I like. But you definitely get a creamy glow from it. Isn't that pretty? That is so beautiful. I love that. The powder, we can layer a little powder on top so I can show you, but I've actually worn these both by themselves. So powder by itself, cream by itself, and I've loved the way it looks. And then I've layered them on top of each other. So the cream first and the powder on top. We'll go ahead and do that. And for that, I'm gonna switch back to the N15. And I'm just gonna pick up a little bit. The powder does have a little bit of a like pearly finish to it, but it doesn't look glittery or too heavy or shimmery. It doesn't accentuate texture at all. It's really pretty. And I'm just gonna softly tap because I don't wanna have too much color there. Obviously, if you layer them on top of each other, you're gonna get a lot more color than if you use them individually. Okay, we're looking a little heavy there with the blush. If you ever feel like you over apply blush, take your foundation brush that you used and just kind of tap in the areas that you wanna like make more subtle. Tap around, and that'll kind of tone it down a bit. I didn't add any foundation to this. I'm just using what we had before. But that way they're a little more balanced. Okay. What brush am I using? Okay, I think I addressed that. The Hourglass blush is really nice. I love my Dior Halo on the silver packaging. Looks very smooth. Oh, thanks for posting that stick, Michelle. So Michelle just posted the Victoria Beckham highlight stick. I'm telling you guys, that is so... It's probably my favorite highlighting stick. It's so beautiful. You can keep it in your bag. It's small. It's not like a thick, heavy or component. It's kind of like the shape of a lipstick. Powder bronzer or cream bronzer for super dry skin? Definitely cream, definitely cream. The RMS Luminous Highlighter is really nice too. Yeah, that is a really pretty one. You can't go wrong with Hourglass Ambient, so good for mature skin. I completely agree. Okay, you guys, let's go ahead and move on, shall we? Oh, before we move on, let's talk about this blush. I did not like this blush. This is the Makeup by Mario Jelly Jar Lip and Cheek Balm. I got the shade Rose Crush. I was really excited when I saw this. I'm a big fan of Makeup by Mario. I like most of their formulas that I've purchased. I think are great products. So I was very excited to grab this. I really disliked this product. Let's talk about the pros first. It smells really good. It smells like a lip smacker. Like when you're a kid and you have that like yummy smelling like lip gloss, that's what this smells like. I like that. I know not everybody likes that, but I like it. What I did not like about it is very, very wet. And like, I mean, you can kind of even see in here. Do you see how like wet that is? Like, it's like this jelly, interesting consistency. But when I went to apply this on the skin, I just felt like it was sticky. It was wet. I didn't like it. It was too wet, you know, and sticky. Like if I had a little bit of wind, all of my hair would stick right in my cheeks. I did not like it on the cheeks at all. You can really shear it out and you can use your finger to blend it out. It's a very kind of easy product to work with. I did like it on my lips. It's described as a lip and cheek balm. And so I tested on my lips just to see, and I did like it on my lips. It felt good on my lips. It smells good. But the truth is I don't use products like this on my lips. I like something with a wand. I don't really like to dig my finger unless it's like a night mask or something. So even though it's nice on the lips, it's not something that I'm gonna reach for really to put on my lips. So I would pass on this unless you like really dewy, wet, sticky formulas, which you might if you have extremely dry skin or you live in, you know, a really frigid, cold climate and the air is so dry. This will obviously, something that wet and tacky might actually do you some good. I didn't like it though. This was a product that I put on and immediately was like, oh, take this off of my face. So that's my thoughts. Those are my thoughts on that. Okay, you guys, let's see. Lisa, I dry clean my brushes every use. That's good. You get a better application if you do that. So dry cleaning is basically taking like a soft tissue or Kleenex and just kind of running your brush over it between application. It's going to remove any excess product so you're not applying too much product on the skin. It also allows you to go between formulas and between shades. So keeping your brushes as clean as possible is going to make their performance so much better. When you have a brush that's really dirty and has a lot of built up makeup, it is not going to perform like it would if it were clean. So keep that in mind. Okay, you guys, let's, do you plan on selling your brushes at the, you know what, I would love that. Where the first step was getting online. I think, you know, I think that once we were online and we kind of established and show Ulta like what we're able to do as a brand, I think that'll open that conversation up, but there's no plans yet. Rebecca says the Veronica Beard, the Victoria Beckham highlighter is great because there's no pigment. That is true. That's why I love it too. It's not too pink. It's not too gold. It's just perfect. Okay, do I have a favorite under eye cream specifically for daytime under makeup? Yes, I do. It's the Colleen Rothschild Illuminating Eye Cream. It's an eye cream, but it has a little bit of a peach tint to it, so it color corrects, so you can use less concealer. It's hydrating, but it also gives a little bit of a color correction benefit to it too. I love that one. Okay, let's go ahead and move on, you guys. What are we gonna do next? We're gonna do eyes. And for eyes, I'm gonna keep my shadow kind of simple. I don't have a new product to share with you there, but I do have a couple new liners that I wanna share with you guys. Both were hits. But let's go in and we're going to just put a little bit of the Bobbi Brown Longwear Cream Shadow Stick in the shade Nude Beach on the lid. So I'm just gonna kind of sweep this on my lash line and then kind of build it up onto my lid on both sides. You guys know that the Bobbi Brown cream shadow sticks are my favorite. I think they make the best cream shadow formula. I really do. Stick and a stick at least, because it's very creamy, which gives you time to do what I'm doing now, which is blend it out. But once they dry, they really do stay in place. They have to be soft and creamy. I just tested recently a formula from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's a new formula, and I feel bad because they did gift these to me in PR, and I was so excited to try them because I love cream shadow sticks. And they were so dry. They were so dry, so you definitely want one that's creamy. Okay, So I've got that kind of sheared out on the lid. I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna take a little bit of bronzer and I'm gonna kind of work it into the crease just to give a little definition. I'm just going in with this Pat McGrath powder bronzer that I had here, and I'm gonna use the same brush. This is the N20S, and this is like the eye version of the N20 that I was talking about earlier. And I'm just gonna swirl it around in here. What makes these diffuser brushes so unique is, if you can see, we have like these longer hairs that extend. There's makeup on this, but usually these would be white, so you'd really be able to see, but we have these longer fibers here. If you just use those longer fibers and you keep your pressure really light, you're gonna have total control over how much product you apply. So it's gonna apply product in a very light, natural, sheer way. If you use a little bit more pressure, you're then using the more dense part of the brush, and so you can kind of get a very sheer light application, or you can get a little bit more payoff by putting a little more pressure. For this, we're going to get a light pressure, though. I want very sheer, just a sheer wash of bronzer there, just to give a little definition. So how is everyone's new year going? We are halfway through January. I've had a good start to the year. If we just moved, if you didn't know that, we moved about a month ago. We were building our dream house for the last 2 years, and we moved in right before Christmas. So the last 2 weeks of December, I was really just kind of settling into the house and moving my studio, which I had at a separate location, moving it into the new house, and just trying to get all situated and ready for January. So that was fun. It was really nice to move and have 2 weeks to kind of feel like I was on vacation, you know. I wasn't going into the office, and I was really able just to be home, and the kids were out of school, so that was nice. Okay, perfect. Okay, now that we have our base on, let's go in and talk about, it's been nonstop, your year. Yeah. Thank you guys. Congrats on your house. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's our dream house. The first like week that I would wake up, I'd walk out and I'm like, I can't believe I live here. What's really cool about our house, so Paul's dad was our architect. He's a home builder in Austin, and he's been building homes like this for almost 40 years. And he builds just really beautiful custom homes. And he was our architect and our builder. And then his sister was our interior designer. So his sister and her team, you know, helped us pick all of our finishes, our tile, our paint, our wallpaper, our light fixtures, all of that. And then all of our furniture and our rugs and our art, like every like design piece to the house, his sister helped us pick. So it was really fun and cool to be able to go through that whole experience with family, because I know that can be a really stressful experience for a lot of people. But for us, it was actually pretty easy, and there was not a lot of stress. So that was nice. Okay, let's talk about eyeliner, you guys. I have a couple of eyeliners here. Actually, I have two. I have the Sarah Creel Kajal eyeliners, and I've had these for a while. I bought these when they first launched, and I have the shade Copper, and then I have the new Revi Beauty. These are their new liners. What is the actual name? It's a soft definition longwear eyeliner. My two favorite shades in these are the shade Umber and the shade Drift. So this is what Umber looks like. Umber's kind of like a warm, I would say this is dark brown until I swatch Drift. And then Drift is more, they're both like a dark brown, but Drift is a cooler tone and Umber is a warmer tone. I'm gonna be using Umber today. And I wanna use both of these because I really like both of these liners. So I do wanna share them both with you. I think what I'll do is, instead of, well, I think the only really way to show you is to do one eye with one and the other. I was gonna layer them, but then I don't feel like the second one gets as much like visibility, because you can't really tell what it looks like if I'm putting it on top of another. Okay, so let's go in with the Sarah Creel. The Sarah Creel has a little brush on the end, and I will say this brush you can actually use. And obviously I love to use BK Beauty brushes. I'm a big, I'm a little biased there, but I will say if you are in a pinch and you don't have a brush, this brush is actually effective. It works well to just kind of spread out or wing out a liner. All right, so this is the tip. I just sharpened this, and I used the Revi Beauty sharpener, and it did a great job. So this is good. If you pick up the Revi eyeliner, make sure you pick up the sharpener too. Okay, this is the shade Copper. These are very creamy. They're beautiful. Copper is a nice, like, deep brown with a little hint of shimmer, but it's not metallic by any means. It's not as metallic as like my Fenty Beauty Puppy Eyes pencil that I love. That one's lighter and definitely more metallic. This has just a hint of shimmer, but you kind of have to look for it. This goes on the skin so easily. It's just so, so nice. I really, really love this liner. I am gonna take the 208 though, the BK Beauty 208 to kind of just pull this wing out a little bit. This brush is the best brush for pulling out a soft wing liner. You just have to make sure that you work quickly enough before the liner dries down. And usually that's about 20 seconds or so, 20 or 30 seconds is usually how long you have with these products. So that's why I like to do one eye at a time. And I just want a little soft wing. Do you see how subtle that is? Isn't that pretty? It's really beautiful. I love it. This liner is great. And this liner doesn't smudge on me throughout the day. It stays in place. It's very nice. Okay, let's go in and let's do Review Beauty on the other side. Okay. Let me see. Do you remember what those sponges that had little applicators? I can't believe we used them. I know. I like copper or bronze eye pencils. Me too. I just like a really good copper or bronze because it's softer than, it's obviously a lot softer than black, but it's even softer than a matte dark brown. That shimmer reflects light and it just makes everything look a little softer. And I think, you know, I think softer is just prettier with makeup, especially, you know, I'm 43. As I get older, I still like to wear a lot of makeup. I just want everything to look soft and not harsh. Okay, let's talk about the Review Beauty liners. So these liners are very creamy, very soft. And these, I've seen them described online as being perfect liners for people that don't like liners. And I can see that. You know why? Because they're very kind of buildable. Like you can kind of shear these out and get a very soft sheer look from this. Or you can layer them like I'm doing now and get a full opaque liner. They're very, very versatile in that sense. And not all eyeliners are like that. So I think these are very easy to work with. I'm doing the same thing. I'm taking the 208 brush and I'm just gonna pull this little wing out before it dries down. And this is the shade Umber. This is probably my favorite of all of the shades. And they have a really pretty light color if you want to like line the inner rim of your eye. Perfect. Okay, so we have two different liners on. Hopefully you can't tell because I am wearing this makeup around today. But yeah, really beautiful. So this is the Review Beauty and this is the Sarah Creel. Do you guys have any of these? Have you picked up any of these liners? If there's any product that I've used that you have, let us know. The Review liners are really good. How do I stop my lid from moving with my eye when I apply liner? So okay, so how to stop my lid from moving? Okay, I would look directly in a mirror and I would kind of just like hold your eyelid with your ring finger with really light pressure. Don't pull too hard or tug because then you're gonna distort the eye, which when you apply your liner, it'll look one way, but when you let go, it'll look completely different. So you don't wanna distort your eye. You just kinda wanna hold it a little taut so that it doesn't move around too much. That'd probably be my best advice. Or when you're applying your liner, take your pencil, kinda tilt back like this, and just kind of press. Just kind of press the liner into the skin. And as long as you have a really creamy, kohl-like pencil, the product should transfer. You really shouldn't have to drag it. If the liner's a drier formula though, that's not gonna work. You need to have a real creamy. So you could use a pencil or you could even use like a pot gel eyeliner. They both look great and easy to work with. They are. Okay, let's take a look at the makeup. I feel like the eyeshadow's creasing a little bit. Let me take this brush and kind of run it over. Okay, you guys, what do we think of this foundation? What are your thoughts? I'm feeling like it's a very, I'm feeling like it's a little too glowy for me and it still feels a little tacky. So I don't know, what do you guys think? How does it look? Very dewy, right, Rebecca? I don't love that it feels tacky still. I feel like I need to add more powder. I think it's pretty, I just don't know that I love the way that it feels. This is gonna be one that I have to wear around before I tell you guys my opinion, but I think I'm undecided on the foundation. Okay, I like to always go in between, like throughout my application, I take my N19, no, my N14, and I like to just tap under the eye to make sure that I'm absorbing any excess concealer so that we don't have any creasing throughout the day. Too dewy for me. Yeah, I think so too. Rebecca, I think I'm gonna have to powder more. And I did the Bobbi Brown shade is Nude Beach. And I just did this one. I just did Nude Beach, and then I did a little bronzer in the crease. I used the Pat McGrath bronzer in the shade, what is this? This is Nude Honey. Yeah, it's just a nice cool tone bronzer. I did this in the crease. Okay, let's move along and let's talk about a product that is a 10 out of 10 for me. I'm very excited to share this one with you guys. This is the new YSL latex mascara, lash latex mascara. This is good, you guys. I bought this, and I always love trying new mascaras. Whenever I see new mascaras, foundations, or concealers, those are like the products that I get really excited to try. I love this mascara. It is so good. I'm gonna put this like one notch below my Bobbi Brown. I still think my Bobbi Brown is my holy grail, and I don't think this has replaced that or knocked it off its throne, but it is right there. So Bobbi Brown, you need to watch out because this one is so good. Okay, let's talk about this. Let me show you the wand. So the wand just has this, you know, kind of like doesn't look like anything special. It's got a bunch of tiny little teeth, which are really great to separate. But also take a notice of how the wand isn't super messy. When I pulled it out, you don't see like clumps of mascara in the wand or on this part of the wand, which is really important. You wanna make sure that when you pull the wand out, it's removing excess product, okay? All right, let's go ahead and apply this. I didn't apply any primer on my lashes. We were gonna apply this just on bare lashes. Now, what I love about this mascara, it is they say it's a lengthening and sculpting mascara. What does sculpting mean? Well, to me, what I'm seeing when I apply this is I'm seeing a lot of definition in the lash. I'm seeing separation in the lash. It doesn't clump up at all. And it does build pretty quickly. Like right off the bat, you can see it's beautiful. You get a lot of length. You get some volume too, for sure. But I think it's a good balance. It's a good balance of length and volume. It is so nice. I love this mascara. I just love how separated it makes the lashes, but still makes them thick, you know? Some mascaras are really primarily lengthening mascaras, and they might make your lashes really long, but I feel like it doesn't give enough volume. And I want a blend of both, and I feel like this really does give you a blend of both. And I like that you can really build and it doesn't get clumpy. I like how the wand really separates. I just think this mascara is so great. It's a really, really good mascara. I haven't had I've probably worn this maybe 5 or 6 times, and I haven't had any issues with it transferring on my eyelid throughout the day. I'm pretty certain this is sweat resistant. Michelle, I'm sorry, do you mind going on Sephora.com real quick and just confirming, is this a sweat resistant mascara? Because I'm pretty sure I saw that when I was doing my research on my video. And that is really important. Because if a mascara is not sweat resistant, then that's when you get the little transfer on the lid halfway through the day. Especially if you live in a hot climate, if you have oily skin, or you live in a humid climate. This mascara is very good though, you guys. I love it. It's a good one. And it's not too heavy. You can put it on the lower lashes and it's not gonna weigh them down. Look at that, isn't that amazing? Like, I do not have great lashes. I think my lashes are pretty short, they're thin, and they're straight. So when I find a mascara that can do this, I'm very happy. Some people just have amazing lashes. I think those are the people they use for all the lash commercials. I remember there was a mascara and I saw this ad and this girl put it on and it looked incredible. Her lashes were insane. But then I watched the ad a few times and her natural lashes were so long already and full that anything you put on her, it's gonna look amazing. Didn't YSL have another mascara that went viral? I don't know, Rebecca, I'm not sure. Lately, I feel like my favorite mascaras stopped working. I swear it's because I'm pregnant. Maybe, you know, maybe those hormones, they really do change everything. Panorama stopped working for you, like it smudged. Okay, you guys are talking amongst yourselves. Yes, this mascara is sweat resistant. Okay, I thought it was. So this is sweat resistant, which is huge. Isn't that great? I love this mascara, so good. This would be one I'd recommend. The Tarte Blush is one I would recommend. These are both so, so good. Okay, you guys, let's move on to lips. What do I have for lips? Did I not pull anything for lips? Oh, I did. This is not a new product, but this is a new to me product. Let me take a little Kleenex here and wipe my lips off. I bought this lipstick a few weeks ago and I love it. It is so good. It might be right there in the same category as my YSL Candy Glaze in the shade 13 that I love and recommend all the time. I think this is gonna be in that same category of just like my favorite lipsticks. This is the Dior Addict lipstick and the shade is 422 Rose de Vence. And I love the formula of this. It's very hydrating, very shiny, but it also has really great pigment payoff for a very hydrating, shiny, glossy lipstick. And I love this color. It's just one of those colors you can put on and it has just enough color. Do you see that? That's so pretty. It has just enough color to brighten the face up. Not too much, but enough. And I didn't apply a liner with it. You could definitely apply a liner to give more definition or to tweak the shade a bit if you wanted it to be a little darker, use a darker liner. Oh, it feels so good. Look at that. It is so beautiful. I love this. And the shine is so nice. It doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't feel sticky or tacky. This is a thinner consistency than the YSL Candy Glaze. The YSL Candy Glaze to me has more of a balmy texture, which is a little thicker. I don't mind it at all, but it is thicker. This is lighter weight. Isn't that beautiful? I love, love this color. It's like a rosy pink, but it does have a little shimmer, but the shimmer's so refined. It's not glittery, it's not chunky, it's not shimmery on the lips. It's just so pretty. Okay, you guys, that is the full look. What do we think? Good everyday time look. I'm gonna be running some errands today, doing a little work from home. Brooklyn and I go to New York tomorrow. I'm taking her, I'm gonna take the girls each on like a mom-daughter weekend, just me and one-on-one with them. And this weekend is Brooklyn, so we're going to New York. We leave tomorrow morning and we're gonna see Wicked on Sunday, and then we're gonna go have tea, and I'm looking forward to it. So I gotta pack this afternoon and just get ready. I'm so excited though. Okay, you guys, do y'all have any questions before we sign off? Thank you for being here. And one request I have, if you're still here, can you guys go to your, my channel and make sure that your notifications are turned on to my channel so you get notified when I upload videos. I swear people are not getting notified when I upload videos. I think this has been a common thing I've been hearing in the beauty community. A lot of my creator friends, not all of them, but a lot of my creator friends have noticed, including me, that my views have just been down over the last year. And I think some of that is, you know, me. I'll take accountability for that because I haven't been super consistent and all of that. But I also think that my subscribers aren't being notified because I've had a lot of people tell me, I didn't even know that you uploaded a video. So if you don't mind going and doing that while you're here. Oh, and we're going to do a giveaway too, you guys. Michelle, I'm going to have you pick the winner because I don't like to pick winners. It gives me anxiety. I'm going to have Michelle just scroll through the comments, and she's just going to pick someone who's commented. And we're gonna send you some BK Beauty goodies, and then I'll find some fun PR to include for you. So she's gonna scroll through, and then she's gonna comment here as me. It'll say Lisa J Makeup Comments, and she's gonna tag the person that won. And then if it was you, I will call your name out, and then just leave a little comment that you're still here, so you know you won. And then you'll email us at vip@bkbeauty.com, vip@bkbeauty.com, with your shipping address and all that goodies, and then we'll get your stuff out. So Michelle, will you pick a winner? Don't go anywhere yet. Wait for the winner, you guys. Y'all are so sweet. Thank you for being here. Okay, I can hear her. She's in the other room. She's like, hang on. I got notified and clicked. Oh, thank you, Lisa. Okay, she's about to, it's like the lottery. I know. It gives me anxiety to pick. I always feel like, I don't know. I like when someone else picks the winner. Okay, Michelle, you got someone? Hold on, sorry guys. Okay, sure, she goes. The winner is Celine Genevieve 1707. You are the winner. Yay, are you still here? I hope you're still here. Drop a comment if you are, and then that way we know we can close out. If you're not here, we'll pick another person. But if you are here, if you can email vip@bkbeauty.com, and then just email us your address, and then we'll get your goodies out to you. Okay, maybe just another minute. So Michelle, you want to have someone as backup just in case she's not here? And then if you watch this later, Celine, go ahead and email us and we'll still send you something. Maybe look for someone more in the recent comments. So okay. Let me know when you're pulling it. Okay, at GL-J9UE. Hopefully you're still here. Okay, let's see. Yay, she's there. Congratulations. Okay, so if you can email us at vip@bkbeauty.com, vip@bkbeauty.com today, and shoot us your address, we will send you goodies. And Celine, the other first winner, if you watch this later or you came back to it, just send us an email and we'll take care of you too. All right, you guys, happy Friday. I hope you have a lovely weekend. Thank you for being here, and mark your calendars for next Friday. Or no, next Thursday. Next Thursday is an exception, but next Thursday. All right, have a good weekend, you guys. Bye.